Welcome back on part 2 of this Fauza's diary. I'm talking to Mom Yvonne Kgame. She's joining me all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm Kenyan, living in Dubai, but I'm currently in Scotland, in the great land of Britain. One world, different countries, different time zones, but one creator. And I love the beauty of what the creator has done, that we can all be joined together. And especially now with the power of this platform called Zoom, so diverse, but joined together. So beautiful. And I hope that you have had a chance and opportunity to listen to what Mom Yvonne has already shared in part 1 of this conversation. There is just so much meat in that talk that I would really want to encourage you to go back and listen, and then come back here and on this part 2 of this conversation, because you don't want to miss what has been shared already in part 1. So sit back, relax. Thank you so much for joining us, Mom Yvonne. Thank you for staying with me. We are almost getting there, but I just wanted us to go a bit deeper here because you've shared quite a lot. But I would like for you to go back a little bit and talk to us on the lessons, right? On the synopsis of the book, what I have learned, your topic is healing, right? But you have shared quite a lot. But I want you, Mom Yvonne, to talk about the priorities, right? You've talked a little bit about that, but I want you to teach us the lessons of how important is it for us to prioritize.
Fauza, we need to prioritize in a very big way. Life has taught me that you need to take care of yourself first. You need to be healthy in every way in order to be able to serve. Thus, life has taught me that our bodies are not gold.
Yeah.
And our bodies won't be here forever.
Yeah.
Our souls are eternal, but we need to take care of those bodies that are not there. Yeah. And I mentioned earlier on that there are many ways. Let's just make sure that we feed our minds, our spirits,
yeah,
our emotions, and our bodies with what is healthy. But life has taught me that I am not the CEO of the universe. You can't solve everyone's problems. And you can't always be out there. There are moments where you need to pause. And as I have said that, because if this body pauses, life goes on with or without it. So why don't we take care of that?
Wow.
Life has also taught me that family is a very important institution, and it's important to remember that charity begins at home.
Absolutely.
So give everything to your home. Make sure you are present. You know what is happening. You are playing a very fulfilling role, whether as a father or as a mother, and do everything, but also that communication is key. Talk to each other. Be able to say what's working and what's not working, what's hurting you and what's making you happy. Pray together, spend time together, support each other. And in my journey, that look after each other as well.
Yeah.
You are your hubbies, your wives, your son, your daughter, your grandson, granddaughter's keeper. So, I mean, my doctors expected that my family would have been the first one to ring alarm that we see your face is not shaped as we know it. Something looks growing on your left side of your face.
Yeah.
But then when we're not there, so life has taught me about that. But God's unconditional love is what touched me. And that says to me, we are worthy to be loved. We are worthy of grace, no matter what we have done.
Yeah.
Or what we have not done. We are worthy of love too. And then to be also honest and practice what we preach. Remember, most of us who follow the Christian faith, we always pray, our Father, forgive us our sins. As you forgive those who trespass against us. But when you finish that prayer, you're swearing at Fauza, she's going to know me. And if Fauza is involved in an accident or is whatever, you say, that's it serves her right. So that doesn't work, because remember, karma never forgets the doors that opened themselves to do evil. Evil will come to you. So part of that as well. And I've also learned to take a break in life. I look at my 24-hour day and say, how many hours do I sleep? Sleeping heroes. How many hours do I give time to myself just to do what I love, whether it's reading, whether it's walking, whether it's going to a scenery that inspires me. And to feed this body, do I sit and give myself enough time for breakfast, for lunch, for supper? And do I allocate time to be with my family or to serve? And just simple things, even giving telephone calls to those family members who are unable to do it. So you will only see them on funerals, or unless they call you, you won't visit them. And it's things like that. And keeping also my gratitude journal and writing what I'm grateful for, things that work for me on a daily basis. That's very important. And I'm reading things that uplift me, from the Bible to all sorts of kind of books, because that's where I travel the world without physically being there, and learning the life lessons as well. But I like the idea also of opening yourself to feedback, whether it's positive or negative, because that's where you will know whether you're on track. And sometimes we are doing things that we don't know that they don't work in the environment we operate in. So feedback and listening with integrity is a good thing. And all of that helps you to know yourself, to be resourceful wherever you are, to be action orientated, but to be present, to be conscious. Yeah, just to be there, that extraordinary presence is very important.
Yeah.
And it helps you to care. And it ends up with my mantra that I have created, that no litter. So it is about nurturing. Either you need to nurture yourself and nurture others. It's a very important, especially us as mothers, as women. That's what we are here for.
Yeah.
And the O stands for observe. We need to observe what is happening. So that moments of stillness is important. Listening integrity, I've mentioned earlier on. And you listen also to what's not being said. Because when you pause, when you are in silence, can listen deeper, can even listen to your inner voice. But we need to be innovative. You remember during our days, our mothers would take a glass. One day they drink water with it. One day they're baking cakes with it. Before you know it, there are flowers in that glass. Before you know it, it's a sugar basin. Oh, it's a money box. Yeah, so it's things like that.
The same object.
Yes, the same object. And the tea for knowledge is about trust. Trust life and trust yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, who will? And the H for knowledge is about hope. I love hope. It gives you hope. You don't see, you don't feel what you would desire at that particular moment, which happened to me, but you've got hope that I am healed. I am love. I am light. I am a blessing to all those that I encounter. And of course, the A is about nothing moves until we act, so act audaciously. To all of us, wherever we are. So, some of us have been postponing to go and take blood tests or scans on a particular issue that we know is not going right. So let's act. Or you're sitting in a relationship that is killing you, or in a job situation, or you know that there are things that are not working, or there's something that you need to stand up and take action on so that there could be positive change. So just do that. Yeah, that's Nolita, which is, by the way, is a closer word for light. So we are light, we are love, we are peace. Because we're all searching for peace and for meaning in life. And we all wish to live in a peaceful, in a just, in a joyful, in a harmonious environment.
Yeah. Wow. You see, guys, why I keep saying that it's always a joy to have Mom Yvonne Kgame join me on Fauza's diary, because there's just so much knowledge, so much wisdom, but also I love her honesty. I love her integrity and her character. I feel that every time I have this conversation with Mom Yvonne, I see the same dots. I see the same thread. And if you have integrity, you have character, right? And I love that about her. I love her authenticity and her honesty, which is something that sometimes we can sort of, bend. But every time she joins me on these diaries, I still see her the same way I did a few years back since we got connected. And I really hope that you've picked, even if it's just one thing that you can exercise and practice and use it to help you to move forward in your own journey. And we're going to close now, but I wanted Mom Yvonne to talk to those who are impatient. Sometimes I'm a victim about that, Mom Yvonne, because I'm like, okay, I need to do production for my clothes. I'm praying for the next book. And it's like, literally there is sort of, we all have our diaries. If you don't start using your diaries and just jot down things. And I love what you've said, that there are only 24 hours. And in those 24 hours, I need to be there for my family. I need to eat. I need to care for Fauza. I need to work. I need to pray. I need to, right? What would be your closing words for us, especially for women? But I would want to put the men, because I think I have men friends and sometimes I hear the same stories, right? So I think this is sort of something that it's hard, or it's rather a challenge for all of us, for men, for women, you know, because men also, they are the head of the family. They also have to work. Women, we are the neck, you know, and the shoulders, but we are also managing all the aspects in the house. And, you know, if you have a full-time career, how do we then balance all of that? So you've talked about balance before, but I would like for you to just tie it, Ma'am Yvonne, for all of us, those who are watching now, those who will listen when they stumble this conversation. How can we, like, in a practical way, use our 24 hours effectively, if that's a right word?
I'm so glad, Fauza, that you
Because, Ma'am
actually
Yvonne, truth be said, it's so hard. It's not
it
easy.
it is so hard. But what I love in your conversation is the inclusivity, because we are one. And if we don't engage men and involve men in our conversations to understand also their state of mind and where we're coming from, but also to share our experiences and the things that we're doing, then we're going nowhere slowly. But in a 24-hour day, the question I'd like to ask is, what is important to you?
Mm,
And
okay.
what matters to you? And what are you up to? Know your calling first. When you wake up every day, what steers you? What's your purpose in life? What do you wake up to? And that then leads to you, is that for me to make my day fulfilling, it's a 24-hour day. I've got so many responsibilities, so many things to do. But here's what I'd like you to remember. Whether as men or as women, we can do everything, but not everything at once.
Oh, I like that.
So if that is the case,
Yeah.
have a schedule then and a journal on how you would like to split your 24 hours. Because you need to know, you can't just wake up and be all over the place. If you are a full-time employee, how many hours are required of you? Is it 9 or is it 10? How many hours are then left for you? And I usually say at least work between 8 and 10 hours, and at the most sleep for 8 hours. And in the few hours that are left, you still have your rest time. Create that 2 hours a day where you give time to this body, to this mind to be still. And you still need another 2 hours to do your fun things, whether it's walking, meditation, exercising, going to the gym, or reading into them. And if you're a mother and a woman, so your home for a healthy environment is lovely. So you still need to keep your home clean. Create time to make sure you supervise your homeworks for your children. And in a particular week, make time to participate in your children's activities. If you are a granny or you are a mother, so attend their sporting activities. I've just been to a session where my granddaughter, a 10-year-old, was participating in a public speaking competition. And let me tell you right now, the presence of parents and gogo and uncles just lifted her up, and she got a gold award.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
It's all those things, but I want to say that also don't forget that you need fun as well. So be fair to yourself, be firm, but create moments for fun as well. And sometimes you just need that hour or two, they do nothing. Because we are human beings, not human doers.
Wow,
Yeah.
I like it.
And you've got 7 days. So I usually keep Sunday, it's my prayer day and my family day. And on a Saturday, that's where I'm busy with all the things that I will need for the following week. You make your groceries, you go and do that and that, and maybe visit those your loved ones. So balance it like we've got 7 days a week and more or less 30 days a month. It's important at the end of every day, of every week, of every month, of every quarter, of every year, so that you are able to account how you use your time and to reflect and to adjust when you see that you're spending more time on other things and there are things that are missing or that you're not able to pay attention to.
Yeah.
You have a list. Where do you go to your checkups?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all things like that. Yeah.
Well, there you have it. We're talking of decades of experience from Yvonne. And everything she talks about, it's something that she has practically used, done. And that's what she's sharing with you and me, so that we can be able to, to use effectively our 24 hours. I love what you said, Ma'am Yvonne, as we wrap up our conversation. What is so important to you? What matters to you? Because knowing that, it will help you not to be scattered, to be everywhere. Sometimes we get ourselves to be, oh, I want to be here, I want to be there, I want to, all these things. But knowing your calling, and I love what you said earlier, Ma'am Yvonne, is what will actually make us effective. Because it will make us not to be involved in everything or be everywhere in things that don't really matter. So these are actually very practical and tangible, actionable words that you can actually imply in your own life. And I am so grateful, Ma'am Yvonne, that you have once again shared with me and all of us on these diaries. I am looking forward to see the success of What I Have Learned book. Congratulations to all of you, to all the authors. And I know the launch is coming. The launch is coming on
And the
July.
29th?
Yes. So
of
those who are
July.
in
Yeah, the
South
next Saturday.
Africa, Ma'am Yvonne, maybe speak to those who are in South Africa. Those who they would love to come, to be there on the book launch. How can they be involved?
We actually have an advertorial there. Our launch will be at a restaurant in Sunning Hill on Saturday, the 29th at 12 o'clock. And what we will do on social media, we'll share the advertorial. All the details are there. So we're looking forward to breathing life to our very needed book at this time, What I Have Learned. And thank you so much for this opportunity, Fauza. All I know is that we will value ourselves better, love ourselves unconditionally, and live a fulfilling life. And don't forget that we are here to serve and serve with love.
Yeah. And remember, I love what Ma'am Yvonne said. We are human beings, and not what, Ma'am Yvonne?
Human doings.
Yes.
Yeah, we are not doers. We are just being. So just be.
So,
And things will. And I think there's an interesting research where they did in the UK, I think, about children that when they nap, their brains function more effectively. So sometimes we think when we do, yes, we need to complete tasks, but we need to rest as well. Rest the brain, give it a chance also to revive and to sparkle even better.
yeah. Well, Thank you so much, Mom Yvonne, once again for saying yes to having this conversation with me on Fauza's Diary. I wish you all the success with all of the co-authors of the book, What I Have Learned. I know each chapter is going to be inspiring, encouraging, motivating, but also giving the readers, us readers, the tools. We draw strength from each other, from our stories. And I love what you said earlier, the power of storytelling. It's so important. You get to be taken in places where you cannot be there, but when you hold a book, you read a book, the stories we read, it does transport us into different paths. And above all, I love what you said, Ma'am Yvonne, prayer. I'm a strong believer that prayer really do move mountains. And I don't know where you are as you are listening to us. I don't know what challenges you are going through. I really do know that things are not easy. Life can be so unfair sometimes. It can really seem so hard. But I just want to encourage you that you are not alone. Don't lose hope. You have someone somewhere. Sometimes we just need to pick the phone and call, like what Mom Yvonne said. That's all what sometimes we need. I need a prayer. Could you please pray for me for ABCD? We were not meant to walk in this life alone. That was not the intent of the Creator. So I just want to encourage you that whatever it is you are battling right now, know that you are not alone. And even the Lord is always with you. He said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. So you are never alone. And if you need any other person, reach out to those who are closest to you, families and friends that you can trust with your pain, right? I really hope that the words of Mom Yvonne has encouraged you and motivate you to want to live this life better. Because the truth is, if my heart stops beating, life will still continue. And what is the legacy will we leave in this part of eternity? What will we, if someone has to give a story about us in our absentia, what do you want them to say? Think about that. Life is for living. We are human beings, remember. Take care of yourself and your mental health. Rest, as Mom Yvonne said. I'll see you guys soon with another diary. This has been such an inspiring talk with Mom Yvonne. I really pray that as you listen, you will get just, even if it's just one nugget, that it will encourage you. Take care, and I will see you guys soon with another diary just like this. Shalom.